Hello, hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I had a super restful weekend. I feel fresh, I feel rejuvenated. But before I go to work, I have 5 new perfumes for you. I'm sure you've been waiting for this on my channel. The brand had sent me I was waiting for one more, which was not available, but then I purchased it so that I would have the entire set. You know, I am obsessed with doing things in sets and in odd numbers. So they sent me 4, and then I was like, if I add that one more, it's gonna be 5 and it's gonna be perfect. So I have the Arabiyat Prestige, the new collection. I don't think this collection is called anything specific. I'm going to start with the first one, which is called Uhud. Now this is the line. The boxes are so huge that I can't really pick them up all at the same time. I'm going to try, but they're 2 at a time. These boxes are huge. Okay, so you have the Mahd Al Dhahab, Al Noor, Safa, Uhud and Marwa. Yeah, so I'm going to start with Uhud first, which is a super cute, what do you call this, fuchsia. First of all, any shade of pink, you know, I love it. But this one, the box, okay, look at that. And the bottle as well, so it opens completely like that. The bottles are all also the same. It has these cuts all over it, and it's matte and it's soft and it's weird. You feel the texture is doing it, yeah. But do you know what this smells like? It smells like Bianco Latte to me. But as usual, when it comes to Arabiyat, they're not going to make one-on-one dupes. So this one is a nice twist of Bianco Latte with red fruits. It's classified as gourmand. Last time when I made the notes, it was not listed. Let me just check. Okay, so it is listed now. See, I've made the notes long time ago for especially the 4, and then I got the Mahd Al Dhahab, and then I made the notes for it separately after trying them for a bit. So on Fragrantica it's got 4.33 and it's classified as an oriental vanilla. I disagree. I think this is a very gourmand perfume. It retails for about $40 for a 100 ml bottle, and the price is the same for all of them. The top notes are red fruit, rose and caramel. That's the opening for you. Heart notes of tonka, honey and raspberry, and the dry down notes of musk, vanilla and ambery notes. So yes, on Fragrantica it's being compared to very random perfumes, but Bianco Latte is the first one where people are even comparing it to Delina. I mean, you know what, let me just not even go there, and I'm not going to read the reviews and everything over there because it confuses me, and then I'm like, am I wrong, or am I smelling something else? So from the first spritz you get a very clear Bianco Latte DNA. But let's just say it opens with red fruits, a little bit of rose and caramel. The rose is very, very subtle. The caramel also is not very loud, just like how it is in Bianco Latte. So it's not going to be sticky, it's not going to be overwhelming. But because it's opening with these fruity notes, it almost feels like a milkshake or something, because Bianco Latte, it's a very, very lactonic fragrance. But mixed with the red fruits, a little bit of rose, I get where they're coming from. Oh, you know what I should compare this to? I should compare it to this. Let's see if it is similar. Because this was like the rose milk drink kind of a perfume. And people were saying that it smells like Delina. So that's kind of fair, because on Fragrantica, Uhud as well has been compared to Delina Rosé especially. Nah, they're very, very different. So no, we can't compare the two. By the way, after maceration, this perfume has become... So let's just say Uhud's opening is like candied berries or candied fruits, along with that hint of rose, and then you have the entire Bianco Latte DNA. Refreshingly, Uhud is something I will wear, because I'm so done and dusted with all the Bianco Latte DNAs. Guys, when you review perfumes and you have floodgates of the same inspos coming into the market, you smell the same thing again and again, you try it a lot, you wear it a lot, but after some time a DNA that was your favorite DNA, or you loved it so much, you adored it, you don't hate it, but you kind of get fed up of it and you need to take a breather. Plus it's quite hot in Dubai, so you know what, this is a very, very welcome change. I like it a lot. It doesn't smell very complicated at all. It's very traditionally feminine leaning, no Middle Eastern vibe. I would say you can wear this anytime during the day, whether it's spring, summer, fall, winter. The projection for this perfume is very, very intimate. So don't expect this to project like crazy. Maybe it'll give you 1 to 2 feet of projection. Longevity also, I would say, is approximately 6 to 7 hours. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I quite like this perfume. See, this is the thing. If you give me a big twist on existing DNAs, I'll be happy with it. The celebrity I chose for this is Zoe Deutsch. I hope I'm getting her, pronouncing her name correctly. She has this vibrant energy, but also she's warmly elegant. And she's cutesy, isn't it? The color perception for this is blush. The temperature is warm and the presence is mild. Next we have Safa. That's your blush pink box. Again, it opens the same way. So pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that. But then when I saw the pink bottle, I'm like, and you know, especially this specific pink, and I'm like, Delina Rosé or Delina Exclusive. It's gonna be one of the two. So this is supposed to be inspired by Delina Exclusive, but again with a twist. This is a fruity floral. Oh my, sorry, this is the bottle. Like the moment I sprayed this, I'm like, why now? Why? This is like one of my fears. I'm like, oh my gosh, pink bottle, you know, like I just got that PTSD again of it all coming back. But you know what? I don't mind this one too much. Okay, let me like first tell you all the details. Try and be a little bit more organized. $40, 100 ml, like all the rest of the brothers and sisters. Top notes are red fruits, lychee and hazelnut. Heart notes of cypriol, magnolia and rose, and the dry down of ambergris, vanilla and edible notes. Now Safa is not listed on Fragrantica. So this entire range, like of 1 or 2 are listed, the rest are not. This smells to me, I think what they tried to do, okay, but Delina took over, okay? But I think what they tried to do is use the DNA of Guidance and the DNA of Delina Exclusive and merge them together, which is why you have your hazelnut note as well. You know, a lot of people try to make the Guidance inspirations, and it never was Guidance. You cannot replicate that perfume, or at least not accurately. This again is the same story. You cannot replicate it, but I don't think they were intentionally trying to replicate it. It's just they were trying to mix 2 DNAs together, how Arabiyat does, and somehow it's working for me. But see, this is the thing. Maybe if I smell this on somebody else, I will love it. But will I wear this perfume? I can bear it. I can tolerate it. I actually like it when I'm smelling it. Maybe I'll try to wear it in one of these hot summer days and see how it goes, and see if that rose with that sharp notes will bother me or not. But rhubarb is missing from here, and I think that's like the part which I'm liking in this perfume. The opening is red fruits. It has your lychee and your hazelnut. It's a little inviting. It's nice. It's not harsh. It's not bothering me. But you can clearly smell the rose from the opening itself. But it comes in slowly and then takes over in the middle notes. So in the middle you have magnolia, cypriol and rose. Magnolia over here as well is quite potent. You can actually smell the velvety part of the magnolia, the powdery part and the green part of it. And I think that's what they did. Instead of rhubarb, they've used the magnolia. The middle notes are dominating the perfume. So you smell the magnolia, you smell the rose, you smell the cypriol, but it's mixed with those opening notes, and then you have the base which has the ambergris, vanilla and what else? Edible notes. So overall it's like a fruity floral, mainly floral, with slight gourmand notes, slight fruity notes, done in a very nice way. I think this is a nice contender in the entire group of Delina inspirations. This is probably one of the most bearable ones for me. If you guys don't know, I do not like that DNA. I know this is a very, very controversial or very unpopular opinion where somebody says they don't like the Delina DNA. Now, if you already have perfumes that smell like Delina or Delina Exclusive, do you really need Safa? You don't. Although they try to add the hazelnut and try to give it that guidance twist, it did not really go towards guidance. So unless you're totally obsessed with this DNA and you collect all the flankers and inspirations like how I do with Gris Charnel, go ahead and get this perfume. It's somehow very well composed, which is why I do like it. Personally, will I wear it? I'll probably once or twice, but will I reach for it like actively? That's never gonna happen. Very, very feminine, traditionally Middle Eastern vibe, nan. You can wear this, I think, in fall, winter. I think it's going to be a bit cloying during summer. You might wear it in cooler parts of spring as well. It has insane projection of 3 feet, longevity 8 hours for sure. My rating, I would say is, let's say 7 out of 10. I like it, but it's not one of my favorite perfume DNAs. The celebrity I've chosen for this is Florence Pugh. She's quietly beautiful, quietly elegant, but she has this distinct personality. This is like just like the Delina DNA as well. The color perception is a true pink, the temperature is neutral, and the presence I would say is moderate to bold. Next we are going more or less in any pattern because the rest of them, let's just say it doesn't matter. The projection and everything is excellent on these. The next one is one of my personal favorites, that's Al Noor. That's the bottle, the box, sorry. It's matte black. The funny part is Al Noor means the light, Noor means light, and this is like a jet black matte. It doesn't have any shine or sheen or anything at all that would remotely resemble Noor, you know. This is your Gris Chanel. I was just mentioning it right now and that came up. So this one again retails for $40 for a 100 ml bottle. Did I show you the bottle? Yeah, it's very matte. Opening notes: cardamom, saffron, nutmeg. Middle notes of iris, vetiver, cystine, labdanum and fig fruit. Dry down of vanilla, tonka bean, patchouli and leather. This is a very strong oriental perfume. Now I would say this is loosely a inspiration of Gris Chanel because this is kind of mixed with Tom Ford's, what was that perfume? Ebene Fume. It's a mix of these two for sure because you can smell the oriental parts of like your BDK Gris Chanel, but then you see the animalic side as well of the Ebene Fume perfume. But it's very, very interesting. This perfume is, I don't know why it's called Al Noor. It should have been like shadow or something because it smells very shadowy. It opens with a very mysterious smelling but fresh spices of saffron, bergamot and your cardamom. Did I say bergamot? Saffron, cardamom and nutmeg, sorry. This whole perfume smells so warm in the opening, especially when you have these spices and then comes in your this is the part where you are sure that this is a Gris Chanel DNA, where the fig and tea note come in. It's almost like a powdery woody facet in the middle, which I would have assumed that there's a little bit of sandalwood, but over here it says vetiver along with the iris. So yeah, for sure it has like this woody powdery thing going on in the middle. This is the part where it changes a little bit from the Gris Chanel, and now onwards it goes more towards the Ebene Fume. I don't know if I'm getting the name right, but EBENE. I'll put it over here for you somewhere. In the dry down, this perfume turns quite masculine. It becomes rugged almost. You have your labdanum, you have leather, and you have a little bit of gourmand notes just to add that little bit of subtle sweetness, a little bit of richness, let's just call it. Like, not just, I know richness is coming from leather, but you know what the gourmand notes do, right? It all like puts everything together without it making it too harsh. I can almost smell a little bit of tobacco as well, but it's not prominently there. But you know what? It could be a mixture of all those woody notes along with your animalic notes and your patchouli that's giving me that feeling like tobacco, but it's not really tobacco. It's very strange. This perfume, all in all, is very mysterious. It almost smells like, I like the fact that they've chosen this bottle, but then they called it ironically Al Noor, which is the light, and it's kind of like enigmatic is the right word, I feel. It's earthy, it's smoky, it's weird. Like the dry down is gorgeous, but this is the part where it becomes very, very masculine. So would I wear this personally? I don't think so. I might use this for layering because it is a gorgeous DNA. As much as I like the Gris Chanel DNA, this deviates from it quite a bit towards the dry down especially. So I would love Ali to wear this, and this is a very dress up perfume. It's not like something you would just wear casually to run errands and stuff like that. So let's just call this a unisex leaning masculine, suitable fall winter or for evening wear to impress. Middle Eastern vibe, I would say a little bit. It's there mildly. The projection is around 3 feet and the longevity is 7 to 8 hours. My rating for this is a 10 out of 10. I really like this. Like, this perfume on a man would be amazing, but maybe sometimes I would wear this as well. The celebrity I chose for this is John Hamm. Of course, I chose him because, again, maybe like not the funny John Hamm, like the serious one of Mad Men. You know, the way his personality was. Sorry, every time a pigeon comes in the balcony, I get so distracted. And these guys have laid eggs. They had laid eggs, two of them, and then two of them hatched two chicklings. What are they called? The babylings. They came out, and then miskin one perished, and then the other one is like now almost like. So they have kind of evicted us from our main terrace, which is like where we have like coffee and everything. We sit over there, and they've taken over that place, you know, and it's disgusting because they have made a mess. And this is the husband, by the way. Yeah, he's like showing off. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take over this balcony as well, you know. Okay, where did my brain go? Okay, let me just come back. The color perception for this is jet black, exactly like this. It's very, very appropriate. Temperature, I would say, is neutral. It feels warm and cold at the same time, which is why it's difficult to allocate a temperature for this, but the presence for this is definitely both. Wow, I'm going pretty slow in this review. I think I'm talking a little bit too much. The next one is Marwa, and this is like silver, and I think this is a masculine one if I'm not mistaken. Let me go through my notes and let me smell this. But this is like the stark opposite of the black one. This is like so flashy. It's bigger than my face. It's the same as my face. It's the exact dimensions probably. Have you noticed how square my face is? It's like, you know. Anyway, so this one smells like Imagination by Louis Vuitton. But again, inspired. It's not like completely like that. I just sneezed. That's how sharp this perfume is, but it's very nice, by the way. On Fragrantica, it's got 4.52. So obviously people like love it. So the inspiration over here, of course, is mainly your LV Imagination, but it is also costly by Perfumes de Mali. The top notes are bergamot, petite grain and ginger, middle notes of geranium, tea and incense, and the base notes of gaiaquat, ambroxan and musk. This is a much nicer, much more wearable version of LV's Imagination. It is very, very soapy. Again, because of the geranium, I've noticed like some perfumes, especially for men, geranium, soapy. Arabiyat really knows how to reinterpret perfumes. Wow, it's like you get Imagination, but not really. Like it opened like that and you kind of felt like that, but then now it's gone in a completely different direction. It's also been compared to a perfume called Essence of Blank or something. I've not tried that one. Now, see, I'll tell you what I feel from Marwa. It smells very close to LV's Imagination, but it's very, very soapy. It turns almost like a soap bar meant for men. I'm trying to put it in the right word so that it doesn't sound bad, because it's not a bad perfume. It's a good perfume. Not for me at all, because this is a very, very masculine fragrance. This turns a little blue as well, which is why like I would not put this on myself. It opens very, very airy citrus, but it has a little herbaceous notes and a very, very, very soft sweetness. It almost feels like detergent in the opening. See, this is why I'm telling you, it's like when I say it, it's probably not smelling right because it smells like men's soap plus detergent combined. Let's just say when you wash your laundry and you put it outside in the sun, you know the smell you get? This is how I feel it's smelling like in the opening. When it comes in the middle where the geranium reveals itself, this is where I feel like the men's soap. It feels very, very soapy. Now in the middle you have tea and incense as well. And this is the part where it starts getting a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit of that oriental touches coming in. Because that incensey part is very sandalwood incense kind of, along with that tea note, and it's black tea for sure. In the dry down you have ambroxan and musk, so for everybody who gets bothered by ambroxan, this will 100% bother you a little bit because yes, the ambroxan is quite strong. The perfume is very well balanced and the ambroxan is not too overwhelming, but it's quite potently there. Like for a person who's sensitive to this note, me and several other people I know over here, you will definitely feel a little bit of a trigger from it. Overall, I feel like this smells like light, airy, citrus, fresh, a little soapy, a little detergenty. The vibe I'm getting is those linens drying in the sun and with a cool breeze that's bringing the laundry scent towards you. It's very, very cooling as well, like somehow feels clean and fresh. To me, this is unisex leaning masculine again, spring, summer, appropriate daytime. No Middle Eastern vibe. I would say the projection is 1 to 2 feet, but the longevity on this perfume I felt was a little poor. I would say it gives 5 to 6 hours max, and this is when you overspray it, yeah? It'll stay on your skin as a very soft, you'll smell clean for sure for a long time, but it'll not be projecting like perfumey like throughout the day. It's not gonna happen. You need to top up this perfume. My rating for this is a 7 out of 10. Simply because I am not too much into very clean scents, and everybody knows that I'm the complete opposite, like poles apart, yeah. The celebrity I chose for this is Harry Styles, perfectly giving his personality. Also Aquarius, so you know, kind of airhead, you know. This is that. The color perception is white, temperature I would say is cool, and the presence is mild. Now last but not the least is the one which I got myself because I wanted to complete the collection. This is Mahd Al Dhahab, which is your, Dhahab literally is gold, so that's your box. Oops, sorry. There you go. Guys, I don't have very big hands here, so it's difficult to control like boxes and bottles together. But look at the bottle, it's so nice. It's like matte gold, but also it has like a lot of sheen. Very pretty. And this is supposed to smell like Born to Stand Out's Drunk Lovers. So on Fragrantica, this has got 4.79. This is the highest rated one from the lot. Woody Oriental, again, $40 for 100 ml. The top notes are grapefruit, bergamot, red fruits, berry, juniper berry. Heart notes of clary sage, cypress and ginger, and the dry down notes are sandalwood, patchouli, vanilla and amber. Sorry, it has changed now. Now it's 4.82, so it's getting better and better, the ratings online. But the notes that they have listed on Fragrantica are completely wrong. I took all the notes. By the way, I take all my notes from the source itself, from the brand. So this is being compared to, oh my gosh, so random. So this is being compared to Drunk Lovers, close for sure. But then also Dolce & Gabbana, the one, and Liquid Brune and Arabian Stonka. So see, it's very random. At first spritz, when you spray this, it just has this beautiful mix of very fresh, clean notes, but they're very fruity. So you have your grapefruit, bergamot, red fruits, and berry, those berry notes, it's like properly there. But then you also have this very sharp juniper, which creates a little bit of mystery around it. It's spicy, herbal, but bright all together. It's almost glowing with energy. That's how beautiful it is in the opening. But don't be fooled with the opening, because this one changes so much, and by the time the middle notes and the dry down come in, you'll be like, what just happened? You know, this perfume like completely switched. Now in the heart you have clary sage, cypress and ginger. In the middle you feel the hot and cold oscillating again, because you have aromatics which are very cooling, but then you have that herbaceous ginger which is adding a lot of warmth to the perfume. In the dry down, the perfume completely pivots. Okay, you have every time I use the word pivot, I'm like, pivot, friends. Sorry, let me come back. Focus, see me. Okay, let me just tell you the dry down notes again. It's sandalwood, patchouli, amber and vanilla. In the dry down, it's very warm, it's very composed. It's suddenly all that playfulness and everything becomes serious. It's more mature. It's like going from a daytime perfume to a nighttime perfume. And for a man who is actually very fun to hang around with, but also has like this other side of him where he can control like crowds, he can control situations, he can take over the room. It's so beautiful in the dry down especially. I love the opening and middle, but the dry down is where this perfume completely becomes something I personally like a lot. You have the creamy sandalwood, you have your very earthy patchouli, but then you have this very ambery sweet note of vanilla and amber combined. I love the color they've chosen because it does smell like a golden glow. It's like, I can't explain how. This somehow smells like a glow for a man. It's not for a woman. This glow, the golden glow, is on a man. This perfume is definitely quite masculine. I can see women pulling this off as well. As a matter of fact, I can see myself pulling this off as well. But you know those middle notes? It has a sharp cleanness about it, which usually I associate with men's fragrance. That's the only part that's giving me a lot of masculinity, but when it dries down, it's fine. I can wear this as well. But it's the opening and the middle where I feel it leans a little bit more masculine. I would say this is suitable for all weather. Maybe spring, summer stick to nighttime, and during fall, winter, all day. Middle Eastern vibe? Not at all. I don't feel this is Middle Eastern. If I would say it goes anywhere, it's like slightly Oriental. The projection is around 2 feet. The longevity is around 7 hours. And my rating for this is a 10 out of 10. This is a very gorgeous fragrance. It's not too much. It's done right. This is like born to stand out perfumes. You know how they are, yeah? It can get a bit much. This is not. The celebrity I've chose for this is Nikolai Waldo. I'm so sorry because these names are not like native to me, so I don't understand them sometimes, but I should know them. At least before filming, I should practice it, you know. The color perception for this is a burnished gold. Temperature, I would say, is warm and the presence is moderate. Yay, I finally finished this entire lot. I've been so eagerly waiting to review these, but again, I wanted to wait for a bit, learn the perfumes a little bit better, be sure of what combinations these are, because you know, Arabiyat, they like to play with our minds. They always have like inspos but blended, two different ones blended, and they're normally very different ones that are merged together. In any case, I think they have done a fantastic job with this entire lot. I like so many of them, as a matter of fact. Whether it's masculine, whether I'll wear it or not, that's a different story, but you know, like most of these perfumes were a success in my books. Anyhow guys, that's it for today and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!